So requirement 7, show pending tests. The nurse should be able to see for which patients PCR test results are pending. Let us presume that with the logic we defined in requirement 6 that indicates when a PCR test is needed, let's presume that one is given every time it's needed. And then this requirement is that we record that in the database and provide an overview to the nurse of which patients have had the tests and are awaiting the results. So clearly, in order to record the information in the database, we need to do something about this object model here. Let's add a field, in fact. Let's add a field called pending, and let's make that a true-false field. So now we can go back to the temperature, record temperature process. And actually this is quite simple because we've got this meta condition defined, which is the screening condition for needing a PCR test. And we're updating the patient record here. So now we've added this pending true-false field. We can in fact map that meta condition to the true-false field, and then that true-false field will be updated with true if the condition is true, or false if the condition is false. And thereby we've recorded whether or not the patient has been given a PCR test. Now, the nurse doesn't yet see an overview of that. Let's suppose that we want to modify the listing here to indicate which of these, not just the names of the patient, but which are awaiting tests results, for which patient is the pending flag true. So let's go to the row definition. We've got a simple template as we saw at the beginning. Let's choose a slightly different template with this time with a field and an icon. And when we go to the place fillers, we can once again replace the field with the contents of the name field from the patient object. And now the icon. We can click here to make this icon by default transparent, that is not appearing whatsoever, because we can define conditional alternative displays, and these are based on true-false fields. We've got one true-false field now, so when that true-false field is true, we can design what we want to show. Let's suppose we want to show a red icon, and then let's change the icon that we want to show. Maybe we want to show that a test is pending, maybe something like this. So this is randomly generated data and shows every now and again pending to be true. So that's what the list could look like. Some patients have pending tests, and that will be the overview. And this is sufficient to satisfy this requirement. Maybe we can look at the preview and make that display. So we've got a patient here, and let's record the temperature. Oh, this is a patient that is too young according to our criteria. So let's add another patient, Mary, and the patient has to be at least 18 years old. And then we record a temperature of at least 38. Yeah, we get advised as the nurse, and the flag gets set, and then when we go back to the list, Mary is indicated as having a pending test.